Hi guys, welcome to Workout with Di and welcome to another workout. So we have 4 different exercises, but you're going to do one of them twice. And you're going to do each one of them for 45 seconds with 15 seconds of rest. So let's go work out. Alright, so all you're going to need is your own body and no equipment needed. The mat is optional. And we're going to start off with a prisoner squat. Hands come behind the head, elbows out, and you're just going to sit down into a squat. And you're going to hinge at the hips, bend the knees, bend the ankles. So you got a 3-part hinge movement here. You're going to try and keep the chest up. It's where we have the hands on the head. It helps keep the chest up, opens out through the chest. It also helps to engage the back muscles as well. And for an easier option, you're just going to bring the hands to the hips and just don't come down so far. Just take it a nice smaller range of motion, and that is your modified version. But if you can get further down, then do get further down. The more that you come down, the more you're going to engage those glutes, the harder you're going to work the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads. So the second exercise is going to be a pike push-up. So you're going to be in your pike or your downward facing dog position. And you're just going to bend the elbows and bring the crown of the head between the hands. So that top part of the head between the hands. Trying to keep the hips nice and high. Keep the belly pulled in, the core engaged, and the back long. And you can bend the knees a little bit here. They don't have to be super locked out and straight. But trying to keep the biceps by the ears so that those ears are in line with the arms. And an easier version, you're just going to come down onto the floor with the knees down, hands extended out in front so that you see that the hands are forward of the shoulders. So you get more of a medial and anterior shoulder action here. And then for your next exercise, we're just going to do a split squat. So they're also called lunges, but when it's stationary like this, when you're just standing in one spot, it's actually a split squat. So one leg forward, one leg back, nice big step, and you're just going to take that back knee down to the floor. So the front knee comes over the ankle and the back knee is underneath the hip. Trying to keep the chest lifted. You got a few options with the arms. As you can see here, I'm just still working the upper back by pulling the shoulders back, the hands on the head. Now an easier version, you can hold on to the wall for a little support if balance is an issue, and just use less of a range of motion. So as you can see on the easier version, my knee doesn't come down as far. On the harder version here, knee comes down to the floor. That back knee drops all the way down. And you can have a little cushion on something underneath that knee, that's perfectly fine. And this is the one that you get to do twice because you have both sides. You're going to work both legs evenly. So again, just switching sides, nice big step back. And then you're just going to drop the back knee. Front knee comes in line, keeping the chest up. Now other options that you have here, again, you can bring the hands to the hips if you have any shoulder issues and you just want to kind of be a bit more cautious of using the shoulders and back. Or for a harder version, you can have the hands and the arms extended up overhead. That'll have a little bit more of a balance challenge. So you have that option, hands on the hips, just reducing the range of motion. And just trying to keep a nice, even pace, bringing it down and up. And then for our final exercise today, we're going to work the triceps. So we're going to come down onto our butts. Hands come behind with your fingers pointing towards your butt. Lift the hips off the floor and then bend the elbows. This is the important bit. You bend the elbows to bring that butt to almost touch the floor. So it's not just a hip thrust. You're not just moving the hips up and down. You're actually bending the elbow. The elbow pushes behind you. Trying to keep the shoulders back. And then that's your modified version in the corner. You're gonna have the butt just planted down on the floor, fingers again towards that butt. And you're gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna have less of the body weight on the arms. It's gonna be a little bit easier. So that was your workout for today. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe in my channel.